Hi everyone, Nadine Wilkins here, and I am excited to have a conversation with everyone today about work-life balance. For those of you I haven't had the opportunity to meet, I'm an entrepreneur, business consultant, and speaker, and I am excited to have a conversation with everyone today about work-life balance. See, right now, if you just do a Google search, there are people online every day trying to figure out how do I balance everything, right? And I want to have a real frank conversation with everyone to let you know that whenever you are trying to get anything off the ground, know that, and especially a business, know that there is going to be a season of time where things are not going to be balanced, right? So instead of focusing on all of your energy on, oh my God, how can I balance, when you accept the fact that in order for you to give birth to or get your business off the ground, there is going to be a season of time when things are going to feel crazy. So I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's starting a business, or maybe you decide to go back to school, or maybe you decide to, learn a new skill online on the computer. Whatever it is, it's going to require a level of effort that is going to take you away from something else in your life that is important to you. So I'm going to give you an example. My mentor said, if you don't sacrifice for what it is you want, then what it is you want will become the sacrifice. So it is going to require you to put time, effort, energy, and money into whatever it is that you want to get off the ground. So one thing I know is this: the rules of life and business are the same, right? You're going to have ups and downs. Just like you have ups and downs in life, you'll have the same exact thing when you decide that you want to become a business owner and you decide that you want to start a business. And even if that business that you get to do is from the comfort of your home, know that it is going to require some level of sacrifice, right? So think about the person, right, who's working full-time, and maybe they're in graduate school, full-time or part-time in the evening. I know that was my story. Prior to starting, my business that I'm running now, I was working full-time as an educator, and I was also in graduate school part-time. There literally was no such thing as work-life balance, right? Like, I fit family, social, all of that stuff around the cracks of my schedule, but that was only a season of time. And now that graduate school has been done now for a very long time, right? But now I was able to invest more time and energy into my business, right? So I just think it's just unfair when they're just unrealistic expectations, especially if you decided today to do something new. It's really important that you tell yourself, look, it's going to take sacrifice. Like, what are you willing to sacrifice short term to work towards your definite major purpose, right? Like, what are you willing to give up for a short period of time so that you can accomplish the things that you say it is you want to accomplish? See, only you can answer that question, right? But know that there is going to be a season of unbalance during that time. You may miss out on, some events, but know that if you sacrifice, I'd rather sacrifice the time up front than having to sacrifice it on the back end. So upfront meaning you set a goal, you start the business, you build the business. Now you're positioning yourself to be able to do what most people will not be able to do, which is have more time to do the things that you actually love doing, right? But know that it is going to take something, right? I think about a plane taking off. Think about how much energy goes into a plane taking off and reaching its altitude, right? It takes a lot of fuel and also energy to make that work, right? Anything it is that you want for yourself in your life, if you are moving towards that goal, know that it is going to take something, and it is going to be a season where things are not balanced. So I wanted to not just, talk about the issue, but also give you guys some real practical solutions that I've used that has helped me to have peace at the end of the day and also just feel really great about what I've been able to accomplish, right? So number one, for those of you that don't know, I'm a wife, I'm a mom. I have 3 very busy, active kids, and my kids are like my mini business partners. Why? Because they keep me on my toes. They hold me accountable. They're like, okay, Mom, how'd you do today? And so it's so awesome, right? However, I sit down with them during a season of time where I know that I need to put in extra effort, right? I need to put my head down and really work at a level that I haven't worked at in some time. I sit down with them and we have a conversation and I let them know what it's going to look like. But at the end of that, there is a reward tied for them. Why? Because I know I am sacrificing short term with them so that I can accomplish the goal long term, which will give me more time with them in the end. So that's number one. If you have children, sit down with them, have an open conversation, let them know your goals, right? They will work with you. They will hold you accountable if they're of age, but then also tie a reward in it for them also. Because, kids are like, what's in it for me, right? Everyone's like, what's in it for me? So that's number one. Number two, you have to have a schedule. You have to have a schedule that you look at the night before. You plan your schedule out a week in advance, a month in advance, and also the day before. So looking at the things that you have scheduled, what do you have on your calendar that you actually don't have to do? Or what do you have on your calendar that's actually busy work but not productive work that you don't need to do? If it's not something that's helping to move your business forward, then don't take the time to do it. Welcome. Hey, Debbie. Don't take the time to do it. Create a schedule where you are spending 80% of your time doing income producing activities, right? Things that are going to move your business forward, right? So that's number two. Create a schedule and also stick to it, right? Because for me, if it's not in my schedule, then it doesn't exist, right? Like I can say I have all the great intentions. Hey, I have all the great intentions, but if it's not on my schedule, it's like it really doesn't exist. So definitely keep that. Also, there are going to be times where you have to say no. If it is not aligned with your goals or it's not aligned with the things that you say you want to accomplish for this season of time, while you're getting things off the ground, you have to be okay with saying no. Because if you say yes to everything, a week will go by, a month will go by, a year will go by, and you look back and you're like, oh my God, well, I set this goal. Well, what happened? Well, what happened was you said yes to everything else and said no to what it is that you said was important to you. So now, guys, know that I am speaking to you from a place of these were all things that I have had to learn along the way. And now that I know better, I can do better. So I am sharing these words of wisdom with you. And know that there are going to be things that you have to say no to in order to move things forward in the areas of your life you want to say yes to. And that's so key, because one thing I know is this, and there's a quote, and I can't remember who said the quote exactly. If you don't have a plan for yourself in your life, someone else will. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. So it's very important that you stick to your plan and not do what most people do, is say they have a goal, but then before you know it, they're drifting. And before you know it, they've drifted so far that they've actually forgot that goal was even there, until one day they look back and they realize, wow, I said I wanted to do this, but what happened? Like, why didn't I do it? Like, what stopped me from achieving that? So tip number 3 is you definitely want to be okay with saying no. And then lastly, it's all mindset at the end of the day. So if you tell yourself, look, this is just a season of time that I need to put in a little bit of, energy, time, and effort to get this off of the ground, then it's not like you're boxing yourself into these, ideals of, okay, I'm going to work full time for 8 hours, and then I'm going to spend 2 hours with my kids, and then I'm going to be in graduate school for 3 hours, and then I'm going to work on my business for 4 hours. And, it just doesn't work that way sometimes. It is going to be a season of time where you really have to put in a little bit more energy and a little bit more effort. Another small tip that I do is I really do, and I'm so grateful for my mentor for instilling some of these values in me. But first thing in the morning, I don't pick up my phone. I'm not on social media. I'm not scrolling. Why? Because I need to get my mind focused on my definite major purpose, my God-given destiny, right? And if I get up and I go straight to my phone, then automatically my mind is instantly focused on what I'm seeing. So I get up in the morning, I pray, say a prayer, I meditate. I just have that time with God where I'm able to just, focus on what it is that I know that God has called me to do. Then you can take another 10 minutes and use that for personal development. Pick up a book. If it's reading the Bible, read some scriptures in the Bible, read a personal development book, something that's going to get your mind, towards gratitude, positivity, winning, like whatever it is you need to do to get your mind focused. And then maybe you take 10 minutes after that and you use it for some type of physical activity. I don't care if you're just running in place, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever. 10 minutes, not much. So that is 30 minutes, 10, that you can take just to get you, mind, body, spirit together to be able to tackle everything that's going to come your way that day. And then after that, you can spend like the first hour focusing on like things that are going to help you move your business forward. Spend that time doing that. Get that over with first thing in the morning, and then you do everything else from checking emails, responding back to people, and then of course your appointments for the day. But if you can take that first hour and a half to set yourself up for success during the day, you will feel so great at the end of the day when you look back and you're like, oh man, all these things came up, and I am so grateful that I took time out first thing in the morning to handle things that I knew would move my business forward. So just wanted to jump on and share some tips with everyone. Know that it is okay not to have work-life balance. There is going to be a season of time where you are going to have to sacrifice for the things that you say that are important to you. So I really hope that those words make a difference for you. For those of you that haven't had a chance to meet, if you are looking to start a business or get it off the ground, I'd love to share with you what we have going on. You can visit my website, NadineWilkins.com, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. Take care. God bless. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.